So we're going to look at this tongue again. So same tongue right over there. So you notice how in the center of the tongue, it's kind of like puffed up. And then it almost looks like there's a bit of a depression kind of in the edge, like where it's like dented almost. And then it's puffed up around the edges as well. That shows some variability happening in the GI. So that can be a matter of maybe there's some stagnation happening in the colon where things aren't moving and there's some dryness. And then maybe there's an accumulation of fluids in the stomach or more in the small intestine. It really just has to do with that variability and with variability can certainly bring some stress and can bring some uncertainties. And so what can we do? We can eat easy to digest foods. Maybe an idea would be to go on a little bit of a soup diet for a little bit, just to try to cleanse and to try to push out some of the stagnation, to try to clear out some of the inflammation that might be in there. And another really great idea is to find some stability in their life, right? If they got a lot of that variability stuff going on all over the place, routine and stability is really healing for the body. Our body needs routine. Well, the mind wants to wander, but our mind can wander more when our body has that stability and that routine. Hey there, mini tongue assessment, so take a look over. This is the same tongue that I've been using for the last 2 weeks, and so sometimes we see some like contradictions in the tongue, and you're like, well, there's a little bit of excess depletion and maybe cold, but then there's a little bit of heat. So I'd like you to take a look at now the teeth. The teeth look slightly yellowish. The lips are a little bit redder, but they almost look tight, so that tightness can show some indication of dryness as well. And then if you look at the back of that tongue right there, there's a little bit of a yellowish kind of coating at the tongue. And so usually that yellow or the red in the lips or the yellowing in the teeth, those are all indications of excess pitta, and that means excess fire. So there's a little bit of heat somewhere in the body. And it might be a matter of the heat isn't kind of evenly dispersed throughout the body. So maybe the liver has a little bit of extra heat. Maybe the gallbladder has a bit of extra heat. But what can we do, right? That's always the question. So in these cases, especially where we're finding that excess dryness, we definitely want to come in with something a little bit warmer, but we don't want to aggravate that heat. So something like cilantro is great because it has that nice pungency to it, but it also is more cooling in nature, so it helps to kind of reduce that little bit of heat. The yellowing in the teeth obviously can be due to a little bit of coffee as well, or smoking, depending on this individual, but it can also be due to that heat in the body as well. So interesting, right? Right.